and welcome back to my channel, Life Lately with Sam. If you're new here, please do stay because wow, gunengi. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I see the support. So yes guys, this is a bit formal, right? So not my style, but I mean, we're gonna talk about something very serious today. Today's topic is egg donation. Yes, I was an egg donor. Yep. So I am gonna talk about, and I'm drinking my iced coffee. So, so I'm gonna talk about two agencies that I've worked with. Amazing agencies, and I'm gonna talk about my experience. Please note, this is my own experience. This is what I went through. I'm not saying Gucci now you're gonna go through what I went through, right? And also, I'm gonna say whatever that I'm gonna say today, but I also want you to do your own research and just so that you can educate yourself, right? So I've done it with nature, and I've also done it with Veda. Yeah, it's Veda. I'll just put their logos, I don't know, somewhere, and then you'll know which agencies I'm talking about. Please note that I will be reading some of the things from my book. So yeah, so let's start with agency number one, nature, right? So whenever they believe Oguti, they want fresh eggs, hence their process takes some time, right? And with Veda, they believe Oguti, they can take fresh eggs and freeze them, so frozen eggs. So now, what is an egg? What is this process, egg donation? Egg donation is when a woman between the ages of 19 to 29, that's for nature, decides to donate some of her eggs to help a family who, for various reasons, cannot use their own eggs. And for Veda, same but different age. They start from 18 to 32, right? So minimum requirements for you to become an egg donor is that, number one, you have to be between these ages, 18 to 32 or 19 to 29, depending on which ages you're gonna go for. And then number two, you have to calculate your BMI. Number three, you have to have a metric zone. You know, go to when you sign right? So the whole process is divided into 6 steps. Step number one, online application. Number two, it's when you go for your appointment at that clinic. Step number three, that's when you start with the whole egg donation process. Step number 4 is when you get done with the whole donation process. Step number 5, it's when they retrieve the eggs. Number 6, you're done with everything. So I'm just gonna break them down. Let's start with the first one, online application. I'm not gonna lie, online application is very long. In your online application, they'll ask you questions about your grandmother, your grandfather, their color, their hair color, eye color, how tall, how short. Yeah, it's gonna be that long. And also they're gonna ask you to provide your baby pictures, maybe from the age of newborn to 6 months to, I don't know, 3 years or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna take that long. But please note that when you do your online application, you have to be very honest. If it gets to a point that you have to sit down with your parents, ask them about their parents, so be it, right? And then let's just say you get accepted, everything about your online application is good. Then now you move to step number 2. Step number 2 is when you have an appointment at the clinic. So both agencies will call you to come to the clinic so that they can test you. They will run some few blood tests. And then after that, should your blood tests come back as positive results, then you're good to go. You're gonna move to step number 3, which is then you begin the whole donation process. So before we go to step number 3, let me just take you back, Ganani. So why would one want to do the whole process, right? Okay, there are some benefits, but I'm not going to dwell so much into it. But okay, I also have my own personal reasons why I went through the whole process, but yeah, I'm just not comfortable sharing with you right now. Story for another day. So why would one do it, right? To help or to provide hope to families who long to have children or a child, right? What could make one to want to have a child? Number one, some women don't have eggs. Number two, maybe they just have a history, a cancer, they went through chemo and all that. Number three, it could be that both partners, they share the same gender, male, right? And then please also note that throughout the whole process, they're just not gonna cut you, they're just not gonna affect your fertility, so you don't have to worry about that, right? Okay, so yeah, I've explained why would one want to go through the whole process. So now let's go back to step number 3. So now let's just say that you begin the whole donation process. So in my experience, I'm gonna talk about both agencies. I went there, I met an amazing staff members. I'm not gonna lie, they were there with me from day one until the last day. So I went there and then I had my first appointment. That's whereby they took some blood, then they ran those blood tests, and then they all came back positive, which you're not gonna get them same time. They'll call you and then they'll tell you, good see that. And if you're interested, if you want to know more, they'll explain. And also when you go to your first appointment, that's where you actually get to like ask them questions. If you're not sure, if you're worried, and then they'll sort you out. I'm not gonna lie, amazing staff members, both agencies. So yeah, now the whole donation process. So now let's just say you're done with step 1, step 2, and now you start. So there will be a day whereby you will be called to the agency. When you get there, they will give you, okay, firstly you're gonna start with your scans, right, just to make sure everything is okay, and then they will give you a lot of injections. So if you know, Hori, you are scared of injections, I would not suggest this. This is so not for you. And then they'll explain, oh, see, this is needle number 1, this you use it for whatever. They'll also help you to set the measurements. I think it was 225. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll just put a picture somewhere in this video so that you can have an idea of what I'm talking about. And then you will take those whole. You have 2 options. Option 1, you can inject yourself every day. Was it 2 times a day or was it once a day? I can't remember, but they'll give you that information. So you have an option of doing it yourself at home. Option number 2, you can go to the clinic every day so that they can do it, which is going to be very costly for you. Number 3, you can come with a friend so that bafundisa umngani wakho how the whole injection is done, and then your friend will be the one to inject you every day. So I'd suggest that rather take a video, using your phone, and then when you get home, you would see how the whole thing is done. So you're going to take those injections, I think for 10 to 12 days. In between, you're going to go to the clinic 3 times or 4 times, depending on which agent, and also depending, we would see how is your body responding to the medication given to you, right? And then okay, now let's just say that everything is done. You've been taking your meds, you've been taking your needles, everything now is perfect. Okay, now we move to step number 4. That is when you complete the whole donation process, meaning that you are now done with taking injections, going in and out of your clinic. You move to step number 5. Step number 5 is when they retrieve your eggs. So you're gonna go to the hospital with your empty stomach. You have to go there with your friend, because you are not allowed to drive yourself after the whole process in case you do feel dizzy, or it's a matter of you have to go back to your hotel, right? But you shouldn't be alone. Actually, you need to come with a friend, a family member, somebody that you trust. So You're gonna go to the hospital with your empty stomach. Mind you, the night before, I think your maximum time is 6 or 9 p.m. somewhere there. And then you're gonna go, of course you'll be coming there with your clothes, so you have to change your clothes. And then they'll do some documentation, and after that they will take you to the theater. Of course they're gonna kill you for some time. Then the whole process is gonna be very painless. They will retrieve your eggs while you're sleeping for 15 to 20 minutes. Please note, no cuts. They're not gonna cut you. They're just gonna take some long needle, put it inside your vaginal walls, insert it somewhere, retrieve those eggs, and that's about it. And then how the whole process is done: while you're sleeping, they'll insert a fine needle through the walls of your vagina. Then let's talk about the safety. Yes, it is okay. Yes, it is safe because they get to use highly qualified doctors. So will the whole process affect you? Nope, it's not gonna affect you, because when you do an egg donation, the eggs that are being collected are eggs that would have gone to waste in that particular month of your menstrual cycle. So they get to take 15 plus minus 15 eggs depending on your body, because as people, like I've mentioned before, we're different. One thing I like about both my agencies is that when they pull me out of the theater, I had a number here. So that number is going to be 15, it's going to be 21, it's going to be whatever number. So that number is an indication of how many eggs they were able to retrieve from you. So yeah, guys, I don't want to dwell so much into it because there are a lot of medical terms and I don't want to confuse you. So this is how the whole donation is done. So yeah, let's talk about the benefits that you're gonna get in a way of them saying thank you. If you're going to donate with Veda, they'll pay you 9K. And if you're going to donate with Nature, they will give you 8K for the first time and they'll give you 9K for the next donation that you're going to do with them. And then both agencies, they'll give you like a mini basket that has chocolates, toiletries, I can't remember what else, and I think a grocery voucher. And they'll also give you transport money. But I remember with Nature, in my experience, I used to have a transportation money to go to do like my up and down. And then with Veda, I don't remember asking for their money. I really don't remember. So yeah, I think those are the few things that I can highlight for now. If you have questions, if you need more clarity, you can comment down below, ask me whatever question and I'll try to answer. If I do not know the answer, please call them, go through their website, and then under their website there's a section whereby it's I think it's something along the lines of common questions that people normally ask. Just go through maybe your question, just go through them, maybe your question is there and you'll get whatever answer that you need. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Unfortunately, I didn't share a lot about my own experience as I thought, but yeah. And also please note that I did my level best by not using medical terms because I don't want to confuse you. As I've mentioned also, that when you go through step number 2, which is the appointment at the clinic, ask them as many questions as you want, as you wish, so that you go back home with a whole understanding, so that you don't have to doubt yourself in between the whole process. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video up until this far. Truly appreciate it. Don't forget to do the most. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. So for now, take care and bye, my honeybees.